Well, believe it or not, the province that eats the most dessert in Canada actually has the lowest rate of obesity. A new study finding that Quebec has the most sweets with supper, but still has the smallest waistlines. Dietitian Andrea Hallwegner is here now to tell us how they do it. Oh my goodness, maybe it's time to move to Quebec and figure that out.
I know, being the chocoholic dietitian, of course, I was interested to learn that Quebecers eat about 30% more dessert than the rest of Canada.
Wow. So what's the difference between us in Alberta and them in Quebec?
Well, in Quebec, what they do is they take more great pleasure in eating. And those of you that have a Quebecer in your life or have traveled there may know that there's a real sort of value in their culture for enjoying and savoring good food. And the study also showed that Quebecers are less likely to skip meals, they're less likely to snack, but they're more likely to sit down and eat a very satisfying meal.
Yes, I have experienced that. I have a Quebecer in my life as well, and the food is fantastic.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about how we can get that balance of eating healthy but still allowing ourselves to have some dessert.
The first thing that I always suggest to people is that we've got to permit permission in your life. There's absolutely no reason that you need to give up tasty, enjoyable sweets, treats, whatever your favorite foods are. You know, it's about finding enjoyment and satisfaction in your meals. There's really no reason to give up absolutely anything.
And that's good. And that's one of the things that you pulled out of this study. What are some of the others that you find are more important or most important?
You know, another one is really looking at the word diet actually means a way of life in Latin. And so when you ask the average person what you think about when it comes to the word diet, there's this restriction and this, it's going to be hard. And if you give yourself true enjoyment and end a meal truly satisfied versus ending a meal because you should or think you should stop, your brain actually just perceives that as being satisfaction, and it calms you down when you get to a level of fullness, and then it's probably less likely you're going to overeat later. If you leave a meal hungry, chances are you're going to be back in the kitchen looking for food later on.
Eating something else, and probably not something very good.
You got it.
Perfect for this time of year. How do we stop ourselves then from eating too much dessert?
Well, first off would be slowing down. This is a time of the year particularly where the pace of life is very busy. So when you're eating, only eat. So if you sit down and really savor each bite, first of all, we have a chance of even tasting it and enjoying it, and we can detect those hunger and fullness cues a little bit better.
So don't be nibbling as you're making the meals for the whole family, perhaps, because you're standing up and eating.
Or TV, or driving, or at your desk, all of the ways that people love to eat when they're distracted.
We need to slow down and enjoy our food.
Thank
you so much. Very good tips for us to remember, especially this time of year. Thanks, Andrea. And you can check out Andrea's website, healthstandnutrition.com, if you want more information. Thanks a lot. Well, just ahead in entertainment news, The Hobbit, now in theaters, just